It is actually my honor and privilege to welcome you all to the annual MBA Awards for 2017. As you may know, each year we recognize extraordinary students, faculty, staff, student groups who have made a lasting and deep impact on our community, particularly on the experience of the graduating class of 2017 from both our full-time and evening programs. Now, as a community, we are a very vibrant, inclusive, collaborative, Cura personalized, if you may, community. But in every community such as ours, there are always individuals who embody and embrace our core values of caring for others and men and women in service to others, who do just a little more, who share a little extra of themselves, who take that one additional step to make all of us better off. We are going to meet many of these individuals today who have made an impact on us, changed the program, changed, in some sense, even in the slightest way, the future of our collective experience. So it is an honor to celebrate them, and it is an honor to welcome you to this ceremony. There are several awards that we'll be giving out today, and several people we'll be recognizing today evening. I'm going to start with the Dean's Citation Award. This is an award that is given to students who have made an outstanding contribution to the MBA class of 2017, to the McDonough School, to Georgetown University, and to the community at large. All of the individuals we are recognizing have made a lasting impact, and I couldn't possibly mention all of their contributions to you. And we know that they will be continuing to make this impact as they move forward in their lives. However, all of these individuals, in different ways, big and small, through their actions, through their attitudes, have helped us live our values, our mission. They have practiced servant leadership, ignited our diversity, empowered others around them, and are committed to being in service to others. Some of these individuals, as you will see, have had formal roles in our community, and others have just taken on a challenge as and when it was presented to them and to us. So together, we appreciate all of their contributions. I'm going to call out these names and these individuals, and we would like you to come down and shake hands with Dean Pace, receive your citation, and we are going to have them stand in front there so that we can take a big picture at the end. So here we go. Our first recipient of the Dean Citation Award is Nicholas Arnold. Charles Gallo. Gerald Gangaram. Alexei Greenberg. Luigi Grisolia. Wasan Humadi. Samuel Hyman. Rohan Israni. Matthew Kelly. All right, here we go. Shinjia Liu. John Mooney. Ginny Page Parker. Catherine Perlman. Alfredo Rivera. Bhargav Shankar. Elizabeth Sloss. Michael Spence. Tahira Taylor. Pia Trivedi. And last but not least, Charlotte Valentine. Are we taking pictures now? Okay.
The Community Fellows, and if you're not familiar with this award, it's for the students who've accumulated 100 hours of community service by the time they graduate, and this year there's going to be 19 awardees. That breakdown goes to 13 full-timers and 6 evening students.
So this year we have double the number of full-time students as last year. There are 4 more fellows this year than in 2016. And we're giving a special shout out to John Lynch, who completed 1,925 and a half hours of community service.
So just a few more statistics. The total hours by all MBAs was 2,566 hours.
It doesn't count John.
It doesn't count John. A total of 166 full-timers submitted hours, 42 evening students submitted hours, and we couldn't be more proud of these people. So now we're going to go through and call their names. Come on down.
So, Anastasia Blanchard. Dinus Butners. Ned Cunningham.
Anna Dubinsky.
Caleb Farrell, Gerald Gangram, Dan Gautreau,
Kristen Godfrey, Wasan Humadi,
Sam Hyman, Rebecca Jastremi,
Jennifer Koner,
Nick Lamp, Mel Levy, John Lynch, Alex Mullen, Adrian Rettinger, Courtney Sanvito,
Tahira Taylor, and Arby Vaktan.
did it.
All right. Ginny and I are honored to present the MBA Excellence in Teaching Award. This award is given to a faculty member who has exhibited excellence in teaching both in and out of the classroom and who exemplifies a true commitment to student learning. Energetic, engaging, passionate, patient, committed. These are only some of the words used to describe this year's award recipient. This professor sets a high bar for a course that many of us fear to take. He caters to students' needs by offering 5 different ways to learn material, and goes out of the way to answer last-minute questions. Outside of the classroom, the professor truly cares about seeing students learn and succeed.
When deciding this award, our team reviewed a number of nominations from both first and second years. And while there was a clear winner based on the qualitative responses, being MBAs, we also wanted to look for quantitative factors before making the final decision. But how do you really value a professor? Value is created when you earn a return on your investment greater than your cost of capital. So we could run some comps based on historical bidding data, or we could create a DCF model, but Charlotte and I, we really didn't want to lever and then unlever beta because we don't remember how to do that. So therefore, we had to rely on all of you. What was your ROI on a class that cost you 1,000 points?
Here is what you said. He crafts his own cases to illustrate the most difficult points, and he takes as long as is needed to explain confusing points to students. When the midterm came around and he was invited to speak at a conference in Austria, he created a Zoom review session, regardless of time zone difference, to ensure we all felt comfortable going into the exam. As one student said, I learned so much in his classes because he provided the tools to anyone, even with someone with no finance background, to learn the material.
So with that, please join us in congratulating the man featured just yesterday in the Wall Street Journal.
Lee, the man who predicts Apple is hoarding cash for a millennial flood, Pinkowitz, as the 2017 recipient of the MBA Excellence in Teaching Award.
Thank you. I'm glad that me paying all of you has paid off. That was an expensive thing to buy. So, I greatly appreciate this tremendously, as much as I appreciate the amount of work and effort that you guys put in, not just in finance, but in the entire program. And I know I speak for many of my colleagues when we say, we greatly appreciate the effort that you guys put into the excellence in learning. So thank you very much for this, though. I appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. Matt and I have the distinct pleasure of presenting this year's Ronald L. Smith Distinguished Service Award, which is given to a faculty member or administrator who has distinguished him or herself in service to the MBA class by going above and beyond to support student academic or professional success. This year's winner received the most nominations from the student body for their excellence in both of these areas, but more so for the level of personal care that she demonstrates for all her students.
From her constant smile and infectious joy to her willingness to do all the little things, she's an incredible presence for all students in both the full-time and evening programs. In nominating her for this award, one student writes, I do not know how to present any specific supporting evidence, as it is virtually impossible to chronicle the almost weekly occasions when we come to rely on her help. Other nominators call her the backbone of the student experience, the greatest asset of the MBA program, and someone who makes MSB feel like home. But the one thing that every nominator mentioned was simply her willingness to listen. No matter what kind of issue a student is facing, she always lends a kind ear and does her best to help them through whatever they are facing, always with that same smile and contagious joy.
So please join me in giving a big round of applause and congratulating the 2017 recipient of the Ronald L. Smith Distinguished Service Award and one of our favorite faces in the program office, Marva Vickery.
Thank you very much, everyone. You know, it has been my pleasure, and it really is a privilege to serve you every day. You actually make coming to work fun. And I think I have the unique position of having the window to the future. And that's all you guys here. I get to know you, you know, I won't say intimately. I get to know you fairly well. And I see, and I'm very happy for the future. And I'm very confident in the future that you all will be high achievers. You'll have professional growth, of course, but it's your kindness, it's the unity I see among you, it's always your ability to help your fellow students. I see you as you come in, and if we have prospective students going through interviews, I see your kindness in putting them at ease and helping them through. So it really is a privilege for me to have this window into the future. And thank you all. Thank you for making my days wonderful, happy, and I'm very happy to be of service to you. So thanks again.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Uragi, and I am honored to be here today to present the Outstanding Student Organization Award. This award is given to a student club that has provided its members and the McDonough community with exemplary events and service throughout the 2016 year. Now, one of my own fondest personal memories of Georgetown was from my own welcome weekend, organized by the Student Government Organization, highlighting the wonderful program at Georgetown, and more importantly, its wonderful people. The student organizations of Georgetown, since that first day, have shaped my and so many of my colleagues' experiences at this school. Professionally, with events like Wall Street Week, the GWIB Conference, the Africa Business Conference, and the Caltrek. Socially, with events like International Fest, the Lunar New Year Celebration, the Lava Celebration, and GWIB Night Out. But there was one organization that was truly spectacular in 2017, offering its members a fully subsidized career day with highly resourceful outreach. The Georgetown Marketing Association was focused this year on elevating the standard for career clubs. Creating their first MBA marketing interview guide, students were given a blueprint through the interview process. With high-quality programming focused on alumni engagement, GMA experienced a 100% increase in career conference internship offers, over 30 students placed at non-core Fortune 500 companies, and 10 new Fortune 500s brought into our own Georgetown MBA marketing community. Voted by their peers, please join me in congratulating the leadership of the Georgetown Marketing Association as our 2017 Most Outstanding Student Organization.
So our final award is given in honor of Daniel Walker McNeil, who was an MBA alum from the year 2000. And unfortunately, on September 11th, 2001, we lost Daniel at the New York World Trade Center. Daniel Walker McNeil was a beloved graduate of his class and of his peers. He embodied the best characteristics we seek in a friend, classmate, and business associate. His care for others and his principled and ethical conduct and leadership provided a model for all of us. The McDonough School of Business and the class of 2000 have decided for the past several years to honor his memory and that of so many others who lost their lives that day through this annual selection of a graduating MBA award recipient. The criteria for selecting the Daniel Walker McNeil Award recipient are varied and many, but they all converge on who we are as a community. The embodiment of our Jesuit values, men and women for others, superior ethical standards and high levels of integrity, a drive to excel, a strong supporter of the overall community, motivated to make the world a better place, and devotion to academic pursuit. This year's award recipient received the highest number of nominations from peers, including students, staff, and faculty. Some of the things that you said about the recipient was, many prospective students would mention this individual by name when talking about the responsiveness and helpfulness of the MBA community at Georgetown. Our recipient has gone above and beyond the call of duty as a peer, teaching assistant, friend at MSP. He constantly commits his time and talent to classmates who ask for his help or who are struggling with class material. Consistent thread of support, encouragement, and inspiration throughout my time at MSP. This year's recipient of the Daniel Walker McNeil Award is Alfredo Rivera. It's okay. So just to make sure that we all know, Alfredo is a McGowan Fellowship recipient, M17 Blue Cohort Rep, former president out at MSP, former VP of Social Latin American Business Association, and all of you have described him in glowing terms. Alfredo.
So first of all, I won't ramble on like I do when I do my cohort speeches. For those of you who are in blue, they take a lot of time. But first of all, I do want to thank everybody in here. I think these past 2 years have been extremely transformative, not only for me, but I know for a lot of you. Part of it is just getting to know each other. I think we've crossed paths in multiple times. And I just want to say that our journey doesn't end here. We go into different cities. Some of us stay here. Some of us go abroad. But let's just make sure that we cherish this 2 years and hopefully, see each other in our 5, 10, 20, and hopefully whenever you're in New York, you have a place to stay with me. So.
Okay, so before we close this award ceremony, let me offer a final thought for you to carry with you. You know, as I was reflecting on this evening and reflecting on all the individuals that who we have recognized today, I asked myself the question, what is it that I can learn from these extraordinary individuals who we recognize today? And I came up with an answer for myself that I would like to explain to you with a story. And some of you have heard me tell this story, so please, your patience. The story is really is about an archer who is a master at his craft, and one day he is practicing and showing off his archery skills in the fields. There's a crowd that has gathered, and everybody's cheering him on as every time he hits the arrow on the bullseye. Except for one person in the audience who every time the arrow hits the bullseye goes, "Oh, that's just practice." The arrow hits the bullseye, he goes, "Oh, that's just practice. That's just practice." And ultimately, the individual, the archer, is fairly annoyed by this, goes up to this other individual and says, "What do you mean it's just practice?" And so this guy, instead of responding, takes out a flask and pours oil into a flask with a long neck, narrow opening, and pours the oil, and not a single drop spills outside, and says, "It's just practice." So of course the archer recognizes what the point this guy is making. But what's the point of the story in this context? The point of the story is, we become what we practice. And I think what we have witnessed today, and the individuals that we recognize today, demonstrate this principle of practicing whatever it is that they are up to. Whether it is practicing generosity, because that's what they have become. Whether it is practicing kindness, because that's what they have become. Whether it is practicing excellence, because that's what they have become. And to me, I intend to put into practice, by emulating their behaviors and their attitudes, so that I am able to be what they are. So with that thought, let's close this evening, head on over to the barbecue in the tent on the first floor, and have a great, wonderful evening. Thank you very much.